Hey everybody, this video brings us out to Winter Garden, Florida. And the reason why we are in Winter Garden, Florida today, accidentally parking in a Wawa parking lot because I completely drove past the parking lot for where I actually wanted to go, is not because we are going to Goodwill today. Unless we don't find anything here, then maybe I'll pop over into Goodwill. But I wanted to stop here at the thrift store here because I haven't been here in a while. We're here at the Hope Center Thrift Store. Again, been a little while since I've been inside the store. Tried to come in here maybe about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I tried to come in here not realizing they didn't open till 10 and I was here about like 9:30, something like that. So I just kept on driving. I think I actually did end up going to Goodwill that day instead. But we are here right around 10 o'clock. They just opened up. So I figured since we're driving past, why not pop in? Why not check them out, see what they have? Again, I wasn't paying attention, drove past the parking lot. So parked over at Wawa right now. Hopefully they do not mind that I'm parked there for a couple of minutes, but we're gonna pop into the Hope Center Thrift Store, see what they have, and hopefully we'll find some good deals. I'm jinxing myself, but I have found some pretty good deals here recently, the past couple of times I've been inside the store. But now that I said that, I don't know. Well, we'll see. All right, so as per usual, just diving immediately into the media section, and there is a huge amount of media here. This store always has a ton of DVDs, a ton of Blu-rays, even VHS, which is something you don't see at a lot of thrift stores anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here to look through. I'm of course looking for things for my main collection. I'm now looking for things for my van collection as well. And all the DVDs here are only $1 a piece, VHS 50 cents, and Blu-rays are only $2. So I'm thinking if I can find a few things I want to pick up for the van, that would be amazing. Of course, a couple things for my main collection would be amazing as well. But I'm already seeing things like the 25th anniversary here of Beauty and the Beast, the signature collection release. This is pretty awesome. This I would grab for the van. That's a movie. That's a Disney movie I would watch over and over and over again. I've seen 1,000 times. I will see 1,000 more times. So I'm thinking for $2, if it is in good condition, I am absolutely picking this up for the van. Although I'm kind of picky when it comes to not only the Blu-ray, which looks to be fine, just some fingerprints and some smudges, but I'm also really picky about the DVD as well. You see, the DVD's not in very good condition. Now I know I'm only ever going to watch the Blu-ray. I will only ever pop the Blu-ray in. I will probably never check out the DVD from this set, but I don't know, something about the DVD not being in good condition either kind of bugs me. The collector in me is like, I don't know, I don't really, again, it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, I don't really like that. So I might actually just end up passing on that. This, however, I do think I am going to pick up. This is the King's Speech. No DVD in this. Only the Blu-ray. I believe I just got the DVD of this movie. I think. I got to check my list now. Actually, I do have my van collection has been put onto retroreststop.com. So if you want to head over to there, you can check that out, see my entire collection. Well, I haven't completely got around to cataloging my entire collection, but it's somewhat cataloged. My entire van collection has been cataloged at this point. I think I just got this recently on DVD. It's a movie I definitely want for the van. A movie I've seen this so many times. I love this film. I would totally pick this up for the van as an upgrade if I need it. I think I do. I think I only have the DVD. I'm gonna have to double check. Okay, double checked, and yes, I do only have this on DVD for my van collection. My main collection, I do have this on Blu-ray, but for the van, I have it on DVD. So I'm gonna end up picking that up for the van as an upgrade. I'm already upgrading things for my van collection. That's good, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I would also pick up things like the Scooby-Doo's here. There's a double feature Scooby-Doo. I would have grabbed those for Sean, but they're not in the best condition. And I would have picked up these as well. The Spirit Riding Free seasons 1 through 8. That is pretty awesome, but also not in very good condition. The discs are pretty scratched up and have something disgustingly sticky on it. I'm hoping only just soda. I don't know. I'm gonna end up passing on those as well. But this I am going to pick up. This is Bob Ross Seascapes Collection. That is pretty awesome. It's a 3-disc set. That is really neat. So yeah, totally picking this up. Bob Ross is only buried maybe like 20, 30 minutes in that direction. I've been to his grave. You guys can see that video over on my other channel, Retro Rest Stop, if you want to see me visiting the grave of Bob Ross. So yeah, for a buck, I'm totally picking up the Bob Ross. Not necessarily seeing anything else I want yet, but I mean, there's got to be something else in here I want for either my main collection or for the van collection. There's so much stuff to go through. I've only just begun to look. There are so many good movies here. Things like A Christmas Story, 16 Candles, Elf, Men in Black 1 and 2. Definitely things I would love to have for the van, but I want them on Blu-ray, so I am going to end up passing on those. This is also something I would have picked up. This is really cool. It's the Roly Poly Oly, A Spooky Ooky Halloween, and the Book of Pooh, Just Say Boo. This is cool. I rarely ever come across this out in the wild. I never see this, but the disc is not in very good condition on that either. It's definitely been used as a hockey puck. So unfortunately, I am going to end up having to pass on that. As cool as this would have been for a pickup, that would have been an awesome find. But again, in that condition, unfortunately, I am just going to have to pass. And so far, everything else really cool I'm finding that I do want for the van. Again, I'm just going to have to pass on because I want to hold off for the Blu-ray. I think the only reason I had the DVD of this is because either somebody sent it to me or I was out thrifting. I got like a stack of movies or a bin of movies or a box of movies, and this on DVD was in that box or that bin of movies, so I just kept it. But yeah, I want to pick up a lot of this stuff. Even at $1, I know I should just grab it just as a placeholder, but I want to wait till I find this stuff on Blu-ray. I mean, things like Aviator, fantastic movie. Totally want that, not full screen, but totally want that for the van. King Kong, totally want the Peter Jackson King Kong and the original King Kong for the van. But again, Blu-ray, not DVD. I do have to say, though, that only at $1 a piece, it is really difficult for me not to pick up things like a brand new factory sealed copy of Mystery Men for the van. There's Master and Commander Far Side of the World. I love that movie. Why? Well, I mean, I know why. It never became the trilogy it was supposed to be because this movie did not do very well. Kind of bombed in the theater, which is a shame because it's a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Although it does end on a cliffhanger. There were supposed to be 2 more of those movies, but again, lots of awesome stuff here that I definitely want to to grab for the van. But I just have to hold off because if I buy it now, even at only $1, which is a good deal, I know that I'll be mad at myself for buying something for $1 and then going out to the flea market or to a yard sale or something and finding it for $1 there on Blu-ray. Like Happy Gilmore, yes, I want it, but not on DVD. Here is yet another copy of the Toy Story Studio Commemorative Edition Blu-ray release. Again, I don't know what these were for. I don't know when these were given out. I don't know who received these, but I find these all the time. This one here has been, I'm guessing, chewed up by a dog, and it doesn't actually have any discs inside it. So clearly I'm going to end up passing on this. I would pick up Toy Story 3 for the van, but not in that condition and not with the discs actually completely missing. So gonna pass on that. Don't need Vikings Season 5 Volume 1. They have just a couple copies of that in stock. Also, Inspector Lewis Series 4, lots of those. The Lovers, Rampant, Redeemer. There's a lot of those, which I do not need. So gonna end up passing on those. Multiple copies of Indian Summers. All right, things I think Blu-rays I don't need. If I could just find some Blu-rays I do need, that'd be better. So not only do I have to talk myself out of buying movies I'm finding on DVD that I rather have on a Blu-ray, but I also have to talk myself out of buying things just for the sake of filling up the van collection, because there's a lot of good stuff here. There's a lot of movies I'm seeing and I'm going, that's a good movie. I like that movie. But I have to ask myself, is it a movie that I'm going to watch over and over and over again? Is it a movie that I could watch at least, let's say, once a year for the rest of my life? If the answer is yes, if I could watch this movie like 1,000 times again before I die, then I will totally pick it up. But if it's a movie that I'm like, yeah, it's good, but am I gonna want to watch it again next year, then next year, then next year, or is it just a movie that I'm gonna want to watch maybe 2 or 3 more times in my lifetime? If the answer is 2 or 3 more times, then I just have to pass on it. It's got to be the best of the best of the best of the best to make its way into the van, because the van collection is just going to be a tiny collection. It's not a big collection. It's not a huge giant collection. It's a small collection to just go in a van. So it's got to be, again, the best of the best. And I really am having to talk myself into buying some things that I like, but things that I just don't need for the van. Things I need for my main collection, but not for the van collection. All right, so I'm thinking that's gonna do it for the DVDs and Blu-rays. I really don't see anything else over here I want to pick up, unfortunately. Well, again, nothing that I need to pick up. Definitely things I'm tempted to grab for the van, but things I don't need for the van, and nothing really for my main collection, unfortunately. Looking at the VHS over here, man, do I wish some of this stuff was DVD or Blu-ray, like Little Giants. I totally want a copy of Little Giants for the van, but not on VHS. This is cool, the American Pie three movie pie pack. I would totally grab this again if it was Blu-ray, not DVD. So gonna end up passing on that. Of course, all the Disney stuff. Not all the Disney stuff, but some of like the Renaissance era of the Disney stuff, and of course things like Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that. Those I totally want to get for the van, but again, not on VHS, not on DVD. On Blu-ray. So probably gonna end up passing on all this stuff. I don't really see anything I need for my main collection either, so I think the VHS tapes are gonna be a bust. I'm gonna look through these one more time. I do have the CDs to go through. I do have the CDs to go through, and I am gonna look through the records quickly too, but all right, yeah, I'm finding some stuff. I'm happy. Again, some more stuff on Blu-ray would have been better, but I'm still finding some good stuff. All right, so I went through all the CDs, checked all the VHS again, even went through all the records, and I'm not really finding anything I want. The only thing I was thinking about getting was this Let's Celebrate Christmas. Lots of really good music on here, good compilation of Christmas songs, but the actual disc is in pretty bad condition, so going to end up passing on that. I think, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna look through the DVDs and Blu-rays just one more time in hopes of maybe, I don't know, maybe I missed over something. I don't know. I am going to look again, though, just in case. But I think as far as media is concerned, it's probably just going to be this. Okay, so this is why I always tell you guys to look not once, not twice, but sometimes 3 times, because sometimes you do miss things like this. Just Mercy. I have not seen this movie. I don't know if I'm going to like this movie. It looks like an interesting movie. The story, I believe it's based on a true story. Looks interesting. I want to pick this up, and the cast alone kind of has me sold on this. It's only $1. It's an old library rental. Why I missed it was because I really did not realize what the spine said. So this is a movie I do want to see. If I end up really liking it, I will eventually end up replacing it on Blu-ray. But for $1, I am going to pick that up just to watch it. Cheaper than renting it. I'm going to pick that up for $1 on DVD and check that out. So all right, I am finding a couple. Well, one more thing, but maybe maybe a couple of more things, but at least one more thing I want to pick up. Okay, so I'm thinking that is going to do it for the media section. I'm going to tell myself that going through the media section for a 4th time might be a little overkill. Maybe going through it maybe going through it 3 times was a little overkill, but I did find Just Mercy, so maybe it wasn't. Maybe going through for a 4th time wouldn't be the worst idea, but I'm not going to do it. We're good. I've looked through everything 3 times. I'm happy. I found some stuff. I'm good. I am going to skim the rest of the store, though, to see what else we can find. Maybe there's, I don't know, a toy or a Cusco Funko Pop. Ooh, in a box that's falling apart, but for only $4.75. I love this movie. do I need a Cusco Funko Pop? No. I feel like I'm slowly going back down the road of buying Funko Pops I shouldn't be buying. All right, I know this is probably a horrible, awful, terrible idea, but I think I am gonna pick up the Cusco Funko Pop. I know I probably shouldn't. It's a road I probably shouldn't be going down, but come on, that's a pretty awesome Funko Pop, right? Broken box and all. That's a pretty awesome Funko Pop, and I think I am going to pick that up for only $4.75. Why not? I'm grabbing the Cusco. That's pretty cool. I am going to pass on the Nappa Dragon Ball Z Funko Pop, though. Don't want that so much, but Cusco for like $5, I'm totally picking that up. I know I shouldn't, but I am going to grab it. And check this out. The Magic School Bus Rides Again Human Body Lab. This is cool. It's got stickers. Oh, that's pretty cool. And it's got a skeleton in there. That's neat. I haven't actually seen the new Netflix, the Magic School Bus Rides Again series. Any good? And is that still Ms. Frizz? Is that still Miss Frizzle? Comments down below, because her hair is not very frizzy. So I question, is that still her? I don't know. Is that like an all new cast of characters, all new kids, all new teacher, or is it still like the same kids and Ms. Frizz, just a new series drawn differently? I have no idea. Comments down below. But if that is Miss Frizz, why is her hair not frizzy? Kind of defeats the entire purpose of her name. All right, so I'm thinking we're just about done here at the thrift store, but I am finding this amazing Walt Disney World Fall 1996, I believe that says, 1996 mug. Oh my gosh, with Tigger on the back. Look at that. That is really, really awesome. Again, this is what Disney used to do. Every season, every special thing, every holiday, all that stuff, they would put out these really awesome souvenir mugs you would pick up from your resort, and you could refill them for a certain price. They still do that, but now they do ones that kind of look like this, and they keep the same ones out for like a whole entire year, and they're kind of garbage now. They're just not what they used to be. Look at that. That is an epic mug. That is cool. Like, I kind of want to, if I had anywhere to put these, I would totally start collecting these. I said it before. I've said in these videos before that if I had somewhere to store these, to really put these, I would totally start collecting the vintage ones, not these garbage ones, but the cool, awesome ones that they had for every single resort as well. Man, these were cool. Disney, like, come, look, I get it. I get it. You just put the same exact ones out at every single resort for a year. It saves you a ton of money. You don't have to make new ones. You don't have to have specific ones for every single resort and every holiday and every season and all that stuff. I get it. I understand why you do this. It saves you probably millions, I don't know, maybe not millions, but it saves you probably a lot of money. But it's not really even nearly as epic. I miss old Disney. Okay, so yeah, for real this time, I think that is going to do it for the thrift store. Don't really see anything else I want to pick up, although I do see some interesting things, but not interesting things I need. You know, like a Funko Pop that I don't need, but I am going to pick up. Seriously, I will never understand I will never understand why anybody buys those dolls. They're just so incredibly terrifying. Like, come on. That absolutely gets up in the middle of the night and follows you around the house. You can't convince me otherwise. And oh my gosh, hold on, wait a minute. There's a whole bunch more pops over here. What? Oh no. That is a Sean Funko Pop. Okay, the Cusco's like, do I need the Cusco? I don't know, but do I need the Sean? Yes, that is a definite 100% must pick up. All right, okay. now I have to ask myself, how badly do I want the Cusco? Do I actually want to buy two Funko Pops today, or do I just want to get the Shaun? I'm definitely picking up the Shaun of the Dead Shaun Funko Pop. That's happening. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But the Cusco, I don't know. I don't need the Thor. Whatever. Terrible, horrible, awful idea. I'm gonna buy them both. But all right, before I find more, I'm leaving. All right, guys. So yeah, that is gonna do it for the Hope Center Thrift Store. Pretty awesome place. I gotta do a retro rest stop video for this place at some point, but not thrifting. There was a whole crazy story about a murder that happened here. I think back in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I gotta do a video on that at some point. The pictures are kind of eerie because the store has not changed. It looks exactly the same as it did back in the back in the 70s or whatever that was when the murder happened. Whole crazy story about the guy who supposedly maybe did not do it, still kind of like on death row, trying to get off. Anyway, I'll do a video on that at some point over on my other channel, Retro Rest Stop, where I do daily vlogs over there. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with my finds. Got some cool movies I'm pretty excited about. And I picked up Funko Pops. Look, the Cusco one, that's a pop that someday might end up no longer being on display in the library. Sometimes I pick up Funko Pops that are cool, that I like, but I know that like eventually somewhere down the line I might find stuff I like even more, and I'll have to like weed out some of my stuff, so that might not forever be in my collection. But the Sean will always forever be in my collection. The Cornetto trilogy, that's something I gotta get. I mean, I have like the 4K Blu-ray set for my main collection, but I have to get those movies for the van at some point. The Cornetto trilogy are movies that I don't watch like maybe once a year. I watch like once every couple of months. I love those movies so much. So at some point I'll get those for the van. But anyway, pretty cool Funko Pop. Pretty happy about the Sean, and the Cusco one is also pretty cool. Hopefully I have enough pop protectors to put those in. I think I do. I hope I do. I'll have to go home and find out. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's hunting adventure. Again, here at the Hope Center Thrift Store. Pretty awesome, amazing place. I'm going to walk back through the weeds now and back to my van that's parked over at the Wawa. So, all right, as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for... doing the same thing I did. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, you will get a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt to pick up retro Rest Stop and Cinema Sickness t-shirts. Also hit the join button to become a member of this channel to gain early access to all of my videos. I don't feel as bad anymore. I don't feel so bad for parking over at the Wawa at this point anymore. I'm not the only person who does that, apparently. So anyway, guys, but also check down below for a link to my other channel, Retro Rest Stop, for daily adventure videos. But all right, guys, again, that's gonna do it. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it too. Everybody else is doing it. I'm gonna do it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. Bye.